going on? What's going on? Peace, Jackson, Mississippi. What's cracking? Yo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me run this real quick, unravel this real quick. Trying to unravel my little headphone type joint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so what's going on, y'all? How's everybody doing? Hey, it's hump day. Get over the hump. For real. It's gonna be going downhill after a while. Perhaps by 12 o'clock. Get over the hump. Real talk. Look. Hey. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. You know what I'm saying? Everything on this end is fine and well as expected, you know. I'm getting a little better at that bad scripting. I hope y'all had a good night's sleep and everything. You know what I'm saying? You know. And I'm getting better at the bad scripting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's slow, but hey, what can I say? I'm self-learning. You know what I'm saying? And it's like learning new things is like, man, especially when you see it work. Man, that's like, I don't know. It's just like, it's just a feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a feeling like of getting something new. You know, like when you get something new for the very first time, and it's like, man, that's what it feels like when you doing something and it works, and it really works. It works out to where it's it's doing what it's expected to do. You know. So, so I'm still, like I said, I'm still running the bash scripting and still learning this Linux thing, and because like I said, I want to do it without any assistance. I want to do it without any assistance for whatsoever at all. I don't want no, I don't want no, I'm not saying I don't want no help, but you know, I don't want nobody looking over my shoulder, micromanaging me on how to do something, how to type something in. If you got it wrong, I want to tell you how to type it in. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at myself helping you. You know what I'm saying? Why this didn't work? Why that didn't work? You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for no 9 to 5. I'm doing this because I want to do it. You know? And but I did look at the value on it though. I ain't gonna say it front. I was looking at what is the value on it? What is the job market on it? You know what I'm saying? And it's up there because a lot of data centers have a host bash scripting. Little different things they do. You need to know bash scripting. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that's very valuable, very very valuable. But that's not the reason why I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it because I'm learning Linux. See, I'm on Linux. Like I was saying before, the majority of my computers is Linux. I got maybe two. I got about two computers. I got a laptop and a desktop that's still running Windows. Oh, by the way, let me give you a public service announcement, please. Yo, they are extending Windows 10's life to 27. Yo, they're extending Windows 10, but you gotta have it. You gotta have a Microsoft account in order to get the update. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving you the heads up. I'm giving you the heads up. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a source from a lot of different so a lot of techies. You know what I'm saying, that I view on the tube, some reputable techs. You know what I'm saying? Reputable techs. They talk about, you know what I'm saying, but Windows 10 is definitely they're extending it. Microsoft, go on the Microsoft website. You'll see it though. Go and verify for yourself. 2027 up to 2027. Cause Microsoft going through it. They going through it because Linux is moving, baby. And then you got the Chinese folks got an operating system. I mean, there's a lot going on. Microsoft it's not monopolizing this mess no more. Heck, they should have been monopolizing in the beginning. You need to be versatile in what you're doing. Cause most of the ransomwares, just think about it for a minute, goes on Windows. The ones that I've seen. Because you got a lot of end users that do Windows. And they do what they do. Open up emails and all that kind of mess. Just like what happened over at the university. I bet you all the tea in China that somebody opened up an email. The folks didn't get up in there just like that. I think most hospitals run services running Linux. And if they ain't, they need to be running Linux. Because Linux is a little safer than Windows. It's way more safer than Windows. Man, they target Windows. Man, Windows is targeted. Man, you think them hackers ain't targeting Windows? Man, please. And you man, if you the big fish, I'm coming after you. Right? Keep that a buck, right? If you the big fish, I'm coming after you. That's how it works. You know? And see, Linux is too open source. It's too vast. It's way vast. You know what I'm saying? They got all different types of Linux. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, man, please. Stop just being a Windows end user. Yo, go on that Linux. They got a nice graphical user interface. And it's very user friendly, mouse friendly, all that. They even got distributions that even looks like Windows if you like Windows with the start button at the left hand corner and all of that. They got what I think it's Zorin. I'm not for sure. I think it's Zorin. I don't know. I never used it, but I think it's Zorin OS. But it's Linux, but it looks like Windows. So don't meet yourself to one style. You know what I'm saying? Keep an open mind to to different operating systems. Cause it's coming. What you gonna do? So, but anyway, I land my plane on that one. You know what I'm saying? So, but man, listen, I want to look. I want to talk about this real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's still mind boggling. 16 was kind of vague this morning. I'm sitting there reviewing it's all like looking at the mainstream media. The mainstream media be real vague and they bull crap. They real vague. It was very vague. So, we got new upcoming new developments that we want to share. And when you remember on the case with the two ladies and the baby being murdered, you know what I'm saying? And he was talking about the two Carter boys being arrested. But they done already said that. What other developments did they have? What other developments did they have? They didn't say. Never said. They never said it's whack, man. Man, 16 be whack sometimes, kid. They be whack. You know what I'm saying? They all be whack sometimes. But some of them be better than others. Some of them tell stuff that others don't tell. You know what I'm saying? Because they get it from, you know what I'm saying? They get their sources, their sources be different. But, they don't need no ding dong bond. Man, if that judge would have got him a bond, man, them cats would have bailed. They got some bread sitting somewhere. Man, them cats would have got a broke bond and got on down. Man, they did right, man. They don't need no bond. They don't need no bond. Them jokers need to sit. Them jokers need to sit. Let me tell you something. It's the difference between N-words and black folks. These are N-words that did this. Straight up. They N-words. For the simple fact is, you broke the code of the streets. And I'm telling you straight up, you broke the code of the streets. You broke the code of the streets. You know, when I was living in New York, you had no choice but be a part of the streets, because the streets was, but you had to learn how to blend in. See, you can be a part of the streets, but it's the streets a part of you. You know what I'm saying? That's the distinction that was for me. You know what I'm saying? Many people, that do know me up north, they do know, I wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? These dudes, was out there, whatever, doing whatever. I wasn't with it. But, you know, um, but I still know how to navigate. Cause a dude from Harlem, you know what I'm saying, and navigating through that, man, that's crazy. It was crazy, you know what I'm saying? And then, and I came up in the '80s as a kid. Come on, man. I seen a lot. It's a lot. I seen a lot. I don't even go through the war stories. War stories is so many. You can't even, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. But what I'm saying, but I don't want to digress. But these cats broke the street code. They broke the street code. When you go into a kid's crib and kill the kid, let me tell you something. Wise guys don't do that. Wise guys don't do that. The wise guys, I'm talking about, Costa Nostra. They don't, no, they don't do that. They don't, nah. They got honor. They got honor. You know, for you to call in there and, come on, that's whack. That's whack. Then you got like, and it's like, I'm not, I'm like, and then it's like it affects everybody. You broke the street code. It's just simple as that. They broke the street code. Period. 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 They better have the same cell. They better be in the same spot. They better be doing push-ups, sit-ups, everything, cause cats gonna come after them dudes. They're gonna come after them dudes. They are going to come after them. And it's like, cause I'm telling you, broke the code. Ain't no car. They're not gonna get in nobody's car. Ain't nobody gonna accept them. They're gonna just be isolated. And somebody gonna be, they're gonna be waiting and lurking. Yes, I'm just gonna keep that a buck. I'm not trying to put it out. I'm just telling you what's real. You broke the law. You just didn't break Dr. Brackney's and them laws. Nah, you ain't do that. You ain't just do that. You broke the laws of the streets. But which one's worse? I report. You decide. I report. You decide. You make that decision. Alright. Guy resident. Talk to him. I'm telling you. Think about that chat with them cats, man. Cats ain't gonna survive, yo. They're not gonna survive. Everybody gonna come at them cats. But, because that was a heinous crime. And it's like, it's like I said, it affects everybody. I just hated that, I look at the families of those victims, you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. I mean, I'm a father. I'm a father. I got kids that's grown. I got two of my kids. Two of my kids and my grandbaby. I'm coming after you. Blind and all. I swear. So hurt would be beyond me. I ain't even gonna front. I can't even fathom it. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. I can't even fathom it. It's just like Mars, the planet Mars. I can't fathom what's on Mars. I can't fathom what's on Venus. It's the same way. I can't fathom. I can't fathom that. I couldn't fathom that. As a father, no. Heck no. Heck no. I cannot fathom that. You killed my two girls and my grandbaby? Nah. And then you not getting no bond? I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail to come get you. I'm gonna make sure I come get you. I'll make sure they put me somewhere by you. Cause I'm coming to get you. I'm gonna make myself get locked up. Man, please. Kill my come on, my kids. But anyway, what I'm saying is, it's like, it's the effect, it's the ripple effect that something like that would happen to, that would happen to a community. You know what I'm saying? Especially when there's a child involved. I've seen people be murdered all the time, but when a child like that get involved, from what I understand, he was murdered intentionally. He was inside his own crib. No, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. I mean, what is this world coming to? Now, I'm finna go in. I'm finna go in today. Gloves off. Gloves off. They just passed this bill today that if you're a minor and you commit a crime, they will charge you with it as an adult. If you commit a crime with a gun, with a firearm, they're gonna charge you. They're gonna charge your child as an adult. That means your child is probably gonna sit where the adults sit. Right? Mississippi has a contradiction in law. And the word is called antinomy. The word is called an antinomy. It's called antinomy. It's a contradiction. Tell you why. You set out these laws, not these statutes, where folks can open carry and they can walk around here in the state in Jackson with these guns, and they gain access to these guns. When they did that, the accessibility of weapons became more prevalent pervasive. It became more pervasive throughout the whole entire city than it ever had. Pawn shops selling weapons. They sell weapons out the yin yang. AR-15s. All different types of handguns. All different types of weapons that I've never even heard of. These pawn shops. So, how are we going to truly get control? You might got some dude that ain't never had a fail. They never had a miss. They never had a felony or a misdemeanor. And they're out there, and they go out there and they buy up all these weapons. Some of them might be having kids. Kids is mischievous. Kids breaking houses just to steal guns. Especially them older teenagers. They breaking houses just to steal guns. What are you doing to make your gun safer in your house? To where if somebody break into your house, how are you going to get to your guns? You know what I'm saying? Are you thinking outside the box like that? If somebody break in my house, you know what I'm saying, I need to, you know, he's like, well, but see, some of you say, this is my house, I shouldn't have to do that. Okay, really? Is it really your house? Because let me tell you something, anything can be penetrated. You don't own anything. Anything can be taken, including your house. Because there's something that's called eminent domain. So perish that thought. And start focusing more on the safety of your weapons inside your house. That's just only one. That's only one. What I'm mainly speaking about is this. I'm talking about the contradiction, the contradictory mess that they put out there with this with all these weapons, with this open carry crap. They need to change the stinking laws. My whole point. Change these statutes. Why is it that we can't have an ordinance that supersedes statutes to make things safer? I hope somebody's listening to this because this is important. Put an ordinance that supersedes the statute. How is it that you could have a statute to supersede federal law? It's crazy. And then y'all gonna have a law saying if your child 8 years old commit a crime, he's gonna be charged as an adult. And now he's gonna be is he gonna be put into a child detention center, or is he gonna be put in with adults? I speak with passion because I still think about that story about that kid that killed his parents. And he totally forgot because of the mess that he was going through in prison with those adult inmates. But lawmakers, you have a choice. Residents, you have a choice. If the lawmakers ain't doing their jobs, we need to vote them suckers out. We need to vote them out. Some of the cut and dry people say they ought to be stiffer laws. Yeah, but they need to be stiffer laws for this open carry mess. Because it's obvious. It's obvious. People can't handle the open carry thing. They can't handle it. The accessibility of these weapons is too high, especially here in the city of Jackson. Especially when firearms education is not as important. Firearm education is not as important. Why you don't have it in school? You got an open carry law, but you don't have a fire education class in school? Look, you know the kids is gonna get hold to these weapons. Come on. You know, lawmaker. You know these kids. I want y'all to implement a firearm education in all the schools. ALL. You need to start all of them. Elementary, junior high school, you need all of them. All of them. The curricula just must be different. What you teach for high school, you don't teach for elementary. What you teach for junior high school, you don't teach for high school. They all must be different. You want to get it embedded into their brains when they're little. So this mess can stop. Then y'all gonna say, well, that's a private matter. The parents need to handle that. But open carry is public. Open carry is public. Public and private don't mix. You can't say you do this for that, but then you have this for this. That's contradiction. That's a contradiction. You tell me that I need to educate my kid, but yet but at the same time, what about those that don't have? What about those kids that don't have parents? You got kids that's going to a group home right now as we speak, cause they ain't got nobody. Ain't got nobody to take them in. You got foundations and non-profit companies, organizations that's taking these kids in. Why? What about those children? Who's teaching those children? If you put out something in the public, then it's the Republic's responsibility to make sure the proper education needs to be put in place. And that's the bottom line, as Frank Milton said. If not, then you need to relook at them statutes. You need to really relook at them statutes. And I'm telling you straight up, I'm gonna shoot it straight from the hip, Miss Lawmaker. Because I'm really tired of these weapons are putting in our children's hands, and then we writing these bills to throw them in jail because they shouldn't be, or we writing these bills to throw the parents in jail. Nah, you need to be writing the bill to throw your ass in jail because you wrote the bill. You creating this mess. You creating this mess. And the thing is that you must means mandatory. You must clean it up. But you can't clean it up with laws that's a contradiction. You're contradicting your own laws. Can't you see that? Plane landed. Plane landed. I saw something on the news feed this morning. And it was talking about this airport court case that is supposed to be I think today is the last day of it, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And on if the state is going to take over the airport, this, that, whatever. They're talking about they get $3 million in revenue. See, now I know the numbers. They announced the numbers. $3 million revenue that they're saying that they're getting grant funded, right? $3 million now. See what I'm saying? But then your governor Your governor puts out a statement saying instead of folks going to court, they need to be using that bread to fix up the airport. Y'all started it. That's the only thing I can say. Y'all started it. My gloves off today, baby. Y'all started this crap. Y'all should have left it like it was and leave them folks and leave us alone. Rankin County and the state need to leave us the hell alone. Leave Jackson alone. Y'all started this mess. So don't come at it's like we need to be doing something else. Nah. That's what this is all about. Cause they getting them grant funds. And they want control over it. Nah. Whack. Straight whack. It's whack. You didn't give a ding dong about the water. Governor didn't care about the water when that thing first went down. When it first went down, you know what I'm saying, before Ted Hannafin and all that, you know what I'm saying, whatever. When it first went down, him and Lumumba was going at. They ain't want nothing to do with it. Now they want to come up with a 9-member board. Same thing with the airport. They want to come up with a 9-member board. It's about bread. And I'm going to hark on this, like I said, till the cows come home. Look, residents, open up your eyes. Open up your eyes. Because I'm going to tell you straight up and down. You going to hear from here. This is 601 Network. You going to hear, I'm going to tell you how it is. These folks is tripping. They tripping. They is really, really tripping. And if they're depending on the courts to let them slide, and if they slide and get away with it, they're going to get away with it. They're going to get away with it. Hey, I said what I had to say.